Mariela from the Functional Company. All right, today I want to give you an incredible tip to help you if you know somebody or you're dealing with acid reflux or heartburn. Because the most common misconception regarding acid reflux and heartburn is that you have too much acid in the stomach. And the most common remedy is something like Tums or something that makes you shut off the stomach acid. So people have a lot of symptom relief from that. But the problem with it is that now you've shut off the stomach function. And stomach in its natural state is very, very acidic. It's that way for a few different reasons. One is that it helps to combat any kind of bacteria, kill any bacteria that might come in through the food into your digestive tract. So it's a very important immune barrier, the stomach acid. On top of that, of course, we need to break down food before it gets into the intestines. And the stomach acid plays an important role in that. So we don't want to shut off stomach function, but we do need to handle this symptom. So what if I told you that the overwhelming majority of the time, the problem with acid reflux is not too much acid, but not enough acid? It's almost it is backwards, from the conventional thinking. So let me explain more about this. Basically, the way that the stomach functions is that if there's enough acid in the stomach, it will send a signal to the sphincter on top of the stomach to actually close. And then that means that nothing seeps into the esophagus, boom, no heartburn, no acid reflux, right? And so people feel a lot better and there's less bloating when you have enough stomach acid. But if you don't have enough acid, what happens is you consume food, then it just has to sit there and break down over hours. And this is where people have chronic bloating. They feel tired because all of their energy is going right into their digestive tract to try and break down this food. And then there's not enough acid, so it's not sending that signal to the sphincter to close. So all this acid starts to seep up through the esophagus, and that's where we get these symptoms. So the remedy, the natural approach to handling all of this whole thing that's happening with the stomach is actually to stimulate stomach acid production. And so you stimulate enough acid production, what's going to happen is going to send that signal to the sphincter to close. Then nothing's going to seep up, which means you're handling the symptom, but you're preserving the stomach function. So you have enough acid in the stomach, you can break down food, you're not going to be bloated, and you're not going to have acid reflux. That's pretty much the best thing that I can think of, right? So what's the best way to do this? You can do this with apple cider vinegar, about a tablespoon. You can do a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depends on how well you tolerate this vinegar, and then you can do it, just get some organic apple cider vinegar and put it in a little bit of water, like a couple of ounces of water, just to dilute it a little bit. And you can have that with your meals, 1, 2, 3 times a day, or you could have also betaine hydrochloride tablets. If you're at a restaurant, you can also order bitters, which will be at any bar. Bitters is something that they put into the martinis, right? So, but the bitters is very bitter and it helps to stimulate gastric juices. So you could either sip on that or you can put it in some mineral water. That's another remedy there. And then Standard Process has a great supplement that's called Zypan. And again, this is helping to restore the stomach lining function and the stomach acid. So any of these approaches will work. You can try any of them. The only caution I would say is that if you have an ulcer in your stomach, you're gonna want to handle that before you stimulate stomach acid, right? Because that means that there's already like a protrusion, like a, what do you call it? Like the lining of your stomach is too thin and there's some kind of ulcer. Of course, your lining is exposed. So you need to heal that before you get into actually stimulating the stomach acid. But for the overwhelming majority of people, it's an incredible at-home remedy or a very simple remedy that handles bloating, handles acid reflux, handles a lot of tiredness from all of this energy that's being stuck and going into the digestive tract. Of course, it's great for the holidays or anytime somebody overeats, but hey, if you know somebody who has acid reflux and is really trying to handle this and you know you're trying to shut off the stomach acid function, this is a great remedy that you can recommend. So you can share this video with them, and if you could try these remedies yourself and see which is your favorite and which works the best for you. I've seen it work time and time again, so I just thought I would share this information with you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the flip side.